So, my people, here it is. It's my mock tenderloin roast, and I've been putting it outside on my grill because I don't want to have all my house smoked up, and then maybe my alarm system goes on. And I don't want that, but it smells awesome. So what did I do is I used the mock tenderloin roast and I cut it into pieces. And you can see the sizes of it is like 2 to 3 inch. And then I put on salt and pepper, garlic powder, and some sweet paprika powder. And then I have it on high. And I have it now just roasting, searing it very, very hot, okay? And as you can see, it browns nicely. Very, very good. Smells absolutely good. I'm sorry it falls back because of the grill lid is open. So I try not to do so, but here we go. It's really, really nice. That flavor, and I can't wait. And after that, after I have a sharp sear in it, I will take the meat out and put it into my crock pot with all the other ingredients I'll show you later, okay? Now check out this beautiful sear. You see? Absolutely awesome sear I got in. So now I'm going to take it indoors and we go to step 2. So remember when we were outside and we were frying up or searing up, hot sear, our meat? Yeah. So mental note, don't repeat what I was doing. So while I was transferring my meat from this one into my bowl, I grabbed with my right hand this side here. Guess what I did? Check this out. Now that was very smart, wasn't it? See? I'm not that perfect. So mental note, don't do it. It hurts. Don't do it. It hurts. So if that is ever happening to you, this is something what my grandma always taught me, Take that piece, whatever you burnt on your finger, and right here on this earlobe, I think it's called earlobe, and hold it for as long as you can. It will sting for a moment, but then it stops stinging. And then you put your fingers or whatever you hurt into flour, not ever water, flour. Put it into flour for about 5 minutes or so, and then you can shake it off. And then if you have castor oil at home, put it on. See? That's castor oil. That's why it's all shiny. And castor oil will start the healing, takes the infection out, takes the sting out, and the pain too. So don't do that. I underestimated my pen. Shit happened, even to me. And I'm cooking for, 60 years. And I still do that from time to time. I was distracted, I guess. So now I'm going to show you what you need for our beautiful dish, okay? So in this one here, we had our meat. So then I put some water into my skillet, into the wok, and I washed it out. Remember, that's gold. This part here, whatever it's sitting in here, you wash it out with some water, and this is all I got out. That is all the gold you want, because that's going to give you later on fantastic gravy, all right? So that is now a mix with water, that gold, and I put a tablespoon of the Knorr beef broth on it, okay? So, and then mix it up and let it sit and wait, and then everything it goes on the side. So I gave my meat already a head start, and I put it into my slow cooker, and I have it on 10 hours on low. Yeah, 10 hours on low. So I have it in here, and I put a little liquid in it so it's not going to be sticking to it, all right? So then I have, and I forgot to tell you, before I seared my meat, I put on pepper, salt, garlic powder, because I don't have any fresh one anymore. I forgot to buy some, and some paprika powder. So you mix it all up in that bowl. In here, that's why you have this beautiful color in it later on, all right? So, and I'm going to give it a head start, and I have it already sitting in here. And now we will be adding about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, or whatever it's been called. We will be adding some onions, and I used a big yellow one, and I cut it into sixtels. Yeah, this size here. So this size, that's good enough. And then I bought a jar of the fire roasted red peppers, which I have already opened, and I will be cutting them in half and add that too. We don't need the knorr anymore, but I have found some leftover tomatoes, so I will be using those ones. Put them in my slow cooker too. And if you don't have fresh basil, get some dried basil, some oregano, and some bay leaves. And I have it already set up here. And I also added some rosemary, fresh from my garden. Now this is Thai basil and rosemary. And here we have the bay leaves. They go in my pot too. And then you gotta have some coffee to wash all that pain down if you burn yourself. So now I forgot, I actually have some jalapenos left over in my refrigerator, so I'm gonna add them too. Put them in here too. So I have everything in here, you see. Here I got my tomatoes, my onions, my fresh herbs, my bay leaves, my oregano, and I have my Worcestershire sauce in here. Now I will be adding my roasted peppers, okay? So, and when this has all been done, you mix everything nicely. Oh, this is awkward because I cannot hold it. So now I'm going to start mixing everything, okay? And since I used this wine here for my sauerbraten in the video before this one here, I will be adding about a half cup to a cup to that. Okay, make it a cup. That is just an extra little taste. Now this is going to be very, very delicious with some noodles or some potatoes, but better with noodles, you know, delicious. Now, if you like the taste of it, taste it first. Then you can add also that liquid, which is in here, also to your stew. So and I'm going to add mine too, because I really like the taste. It's a little sweet, a little peppery, not peppery, but bell peppery, so it's very good. So that's it now. Now you're going to have it on slow for about 9 to 10 hours, and it will be falling apart. Now, if you like, you can take the meat out and all that goodness and just leave the gravy in it and use the gravy for something else. But you can also take this beautifulness and put it on a slice of bread. Very delicious. And then you can dip your bread into the gravy. Kind of like the French dip with the roast beef, I think, what's been called. Yeah, you would like it. Now I will be leaving my roast alone, and I used the mock tender roast, that's been called. Yeah, so I used that and I cubed it up in pieces as you saw before. So now we're going to leave it alone for about 9 to 10 hours. Depends, you know, how long it takes till it falls off the fork. That is the perfect one. And then you can use any type of egg noodles you want, or, you know, the spiral noodles, spaghetti. I wouldn't use it for spaghetti, but something like that, you know, with the curly ones and the egg noodles. So I see you in about 9 hours. Then we have the second part, okay? Okay, so moment of truth, my friends. So look at this.
Ooh.
Do you know what that is?
Something like a goulash?
It's more like, yeah, German way we call it goulash, but it's something like a stew. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is what happened, people, when you let it just sit. So I bring it up on high for a moment. That way I don't have to transfer to a bigger pot or anything like this, you know. So now all I have to do is thicken it up, my baby here. And then we have to cook the noodles.
What's that?
This is slush. Slush?
Slurry?
Slurry.
Cornstarch?
Cornstarch,
Okay.
yeah. So I'm just mixing it in, so that way, you know, it can begin to thicken up. Check it out. It's so beautiful. Oh my God. I had to taste it.
You did?
Yeah.
Of course.
I couldn't resist. It was just so happy. Oh, so delicious. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to leave it alone. And I have been doing some thinking. I think I'm going to tell you something. Everybody says, you know, I'm cooking my grandma's dishes. Well, that's an easy thing to say, right? I'm cooking my grandma's dishes, yeah. But you know what? When I was taking a nap this afternoon, I thought about it. Guess what this is? This is a German passport. Not anyone. This is the German passport from my grandma. And I show you something. This is my grandma. Let me put this way. This is my grandma. That's my grandma. From her, I learned all that cooking. She passed it on. My grandma was born on April 5 in 1907. You know how long that is? That is 117 years ago. 117 years ago. Yeah, just think about it. Let that sink in for a moment. And I thought, why not putting a face to this? What I'm cooking. My grandma learned to cook when she was only 5 years old. So did I. So did my sister. So did my mom. Because that's how we grow up. You're a girl, come here. You learn how to cook. You start out with simple food. And by age 10, you're able to cook complete dishes. And that's what we did. And that's what my grandma did. And this is another picture what I have for my grandma. That's her after a car accident and me and my dad. That is my grandma. And I thought this is something very cool. So now, in 1907, I had to write that down here, so I won't forget about it. So in 1907, that was when she was born. So that is 117 years ago, right? So, and when she was 10 years old, it was 1917. So 1917 was right where World War I was. World War I was in 1914 to 1918. So she was 9 years old, 10 years old. So she was living through the whole World War I time. And she had to learn all that food, from scratch, all the real stuff. Something, you cannot go to a store and buy that. No, you grow it and you make it from scratch. And this is what this is. This is what this is. We are making it from scratch. The only thing, is what we put in is the extras, the modern stuff, what we learned during the years. So then came World War II. So World War II was 1939 to 1945. So she had two big major wars. And from all that, she learned how to improvise. Improvise things. And I learned it from her. That is why I'm often say, I said, do it this way, do it this way. Like today, when I burnt my fingers here, by the way, it doesn't hurt anymore, it's gone. Pinch your here and then put them into flour and, and then put some castor oil on it, then it's gone. So those are the kind of things, you learn when you're living through those World War times. So, and my recipes, what I have for my grandma, those are real ones. This is the beauty on it. So just, let that sink in for a moment. And just a side note, maybe you're interested to hear about it, maybe you're not, but that's okay. And then on top of it, my grandma gave birth to 13 children. One passed in early age, just under 1 year old. But she raised 12 kids on a tight budget. So no wonder I know how to cook. Does that make sense to you? I guess it makes sense to you. So I just wanted to tell you this as a little side note. So let's see if it's taken up here. And oh yeah, it's coming together. Just takes a moment. And I'm going to set off now the noodles, because we want to have noodles with that, right?
Yeah.
We're going to have noodles with this. Yeah. Tomatoes, peppers, onions, meat. Done. And some herbs and spices. Done. Mm-hmm. That's food from scratch. And I cannot even talk because it smells so awesome. I just want to eat it. So, okay. So let's see. And I'm going to start plating in a bit, okay? So. Das sieht so gut aus. So yummy. So what we're doing now is I'm gonna give you some nice meat pieces. Put them in here. Oh, yummy. And nice gravy. And I put a whole jalapeno in here.
What?
Yeah. So, that's it. That's it. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So you're gonna...
The bay leaf comes out.
Yeah, it's clear. So here, I'm gonna hold this here. And you
Look at that.
Don't ruin it too much, okay? Because
Okay.
I will take a picture.
I just wanted to show how tender the beef was. That's
Okay.
all.
Nice try.
Oh, yummy.
So
Wow, that's good.
that's good.
Oh, man.
You know, I put a little red wine in it too. See
Yeah,
here?
you can hardly taste that.
Yeah, it's all cooked out. See here how tender that is? It's, oh, check this out, people.
Yummy.
It falls apart. This is exactly how it's supposed to be. This is exactly how it's supposed to be. Anyway, so I want you to make it. It's a cold winter day. And this is exactly what the body is craving for. Something super delicious and hearty and just yumminess all over. So I want you to make this and let me know how it turned out at your place, okay? Write it down in my comments and please like my video if you liked anything of it. Thumb up, it will help me in the algorithm.
Algorithm.
Algorithm. It doesn't come out that word. And subscribe to my channel. It would help me immense. I really would like to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. And time is TikTok. So please do that for me. I love you all, and please cook it. And my next video is going to be my Sauerbraten part 2. And hang on and check it out, okay? So I see you later, alligator. It's time for me to eat. Tschüss!